Hello, I'm Meirav Peled from Riskified. Been working with Axerve for over 2 years now to help merchants grow their online revenue. So it's no secret that e-commerce in Europe has experienced considerable growth over the past few years. And as we hear, it's not stopping anytime soon. We see double-digit growth rates predicted in the next 5 to 10 years as well. This growth is driven by customers. Their needs are advancing and they expect merchants to meet them. Consumers today have high expectations. They want to shop globally, pay locally. They want to order from the home country, but pick up at their travel destination. They want to shop on their mobile and the airport, but exchange at the store next door. And of course, they want to do it in their own currency, sometimes with installment payments. And on top of all that, they don't want to be stopped or delayed for even 1 minute. Yes, it's a new generation of shoppers. But this is good news for all of you. This brings immense opportunities not only to the merchants, but also to their entire ecosystem, the PSPs, the banks, the platforms. So let's see what omnichannel has evolved to in this digital age. It's buy online, pick up at store. It's m-commerce and everything else that you think about. It's enabling customers to shop, receive, and obtain goods across different channels, different devices at any time. And mainly, it's about giving the experience and the ability of moving from one device to another, from one platform to another seamlessly. It's the customer-centric approach. So these omni-channel flows also translate into increased number of point of contacts for the merchants, meaning merchants are getting a lot more data now than they used to. They also need to be able to guarantee its safety in an era where frequency of such breaches has increased more than 8-fold in over a decade. They need to be able to leverage this data because when omnichannel flows are done wrong, frauds gets through and false decline increase. And both impact brand reputation and customer experience. 81% of customers reported they're very likely to switch to another company if they had a bad customer experience. Now we see how one bad transaction can actually lead to a lifetime loss of a customer. So now that we understand and we see e-commerce grow in leaps, we can also see the Cardnotpresent fraud increase. So we know what fraud is, but what is the fear of fraud that we're talking about? Let's say a merchant gets hit by a fraud attack using a credit card issued in China with a French IP. The tendencies of the merchant is to become risk averse, go to the rule base, make adjustment, and keep these people out. The problem is for every chargeback you'll prevent, you will falsely decline many more good customers. So the fear of fraud leads to implementation of friction and a bad customer experience. We see that with such things as reaching out to customers, verifying information, manually reviewing order for a few hours, and sometimes 3DS, which doesn't work between mobile and different countries when I travel, for example. So clearly, this illustrates the fear of fraud can hurt conversion rates and the customer experience. This is especially painful when talking about a scenario where merchants pay to drive traffic and bring them into the purchase funnel, but the fear of fraud narrows this funnel. We found out that e-commerce fraud costs the industry $21 billion per year. Of that, a total of $15 billion is lost due to fear of fraud. The more merchants block patterns, the more customer acquisition costs go up, but the ROI goes down, while causing brand reputation to drop. Fraud solutions today are focused on eliminating fraud leading to false declines. The new generation approach puts approvals in front. So for the merchants that possess this expertise and the right tools to analyze, extract, and leverage this influx of data, this is amazing long-term opportunity. Designing the strategies to reach segments of customers, increasing the lifetime value of existing ones, and improving operational efficiency by leveraging new technologies should be prioritized. And I'm not saying merchants now have to become fraud experts. Of course not. I want to quickly explain what Riskified does. We are an end-to-end AI solution that drives revenue growth. We approve more transactions, and while we know fear of fraud leaves revenue on the table, Riskified doesn't. And we eliminate the cost of chargebacks. We assume all liability, so merchants and partners don't have to pay another chargeback. We can come in at various stages in the journey and ensure a great customer experience. We use machine learning to make real-time decisions that are usually extremely complex and require weighing a large number of factors. This allows merchants to give their customers a better experience. So Riskified provides instant decisions without the need of additional verification, so no one bothers your customer, nobody follows up with them. And while Riskified is invisible to the end customer, it provides our partners and merchants our decision insight dashboard that removes the black box effect from our declines. Merchants can use this information to make informed choices and have better customer interaction. So I think you already understand that to make the most of big data and gain competitive edge in an omnichannel world, retailers must invest in agile technology. AI-based solutions are no longer a nice-to-have. They become a must. This is a dynamic balance that requires machine learning and large encompassing database across industries and geographies. And together with Axerve, we can bring these solutions to you. Thank you.